Hey, well, hello to everyone out there in YouTube land. I hope that everybody is doing well. I am doing pretty good. Being a little lazy, but I'm doing pretty good. I am coming back with just a little bit of garden inspiration for us all. I got so much to do out here, yet I will not be doing it today, which I should because of it's really it rained for 2 days. And it's, the weather is nice. Normally after rain it's really hot and humid, but today is really nice, and it's like a day that I should be out here. And I did plan to yesterday, but it rained, and then it rained again today, so I was like, oh boy, well, here I go, puts a little something a little wrench in my little plans and stuff like that. But it is well. I am just, um, so I'll just show you the plans that I do have, because if you know, I'll try to link the video, but the video I did like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, oh my goodness, everything was not overgrown like this, but everything is so overgrown. I just this morning, because of that rain, because none of my plants are really staked. Now normally, you need to stake tomatoes and squash and cucumbers and certain beans and things like that. But I kept putting it off, and I said, okay, I'm gonna do it. Um, you know, some things are staked, but they're not properly staked. But these tomatoes are so out of hand. They are. If you remember the tomatoes I had a couple of weeks ago, they were all like this. But as soon as I put them in, like I told you, they were going to take off. I already know tomatoes. Tomatoes do not play with nobody. Okay, but look at these things are crazy, and I got like 2 or 3 of them in each pot. Some of them can only have one, but most of them are have 2 or 3 tomatoes in them. They'll have a cherry tomato in them, a pear tomato, a slicer or heirloom or something like that. So, but yeah, most of them all have something on them. I think these are some kind of cherry, like the Chadwick cherry or something like that. I got chocolate cherry, black cherry. I got red cherries, orange. I got yellow pear, just different types, but all of them have something on them and doing pretty good. Uh, no thanks to me, but yeah, so this, of course, as you can see, has some on it, but you see how huge it is, and there's some more fruit and flowers, of course, but yeah, it's like a couple in here. But what I want to come out here to do is I needed to stake some, and I need to also, of course, um, mulch. I have not mulched, and I don't normally mulch immediately because I want to wait until some of them have, grown a little bit before I mulch them or whatever. Here's another. I mean, this is a jungle full of different tomatoes, and this was just a baby. It was even this small because when I put it out, those roly-polies had eaten it to death, and I just repotted it into something smaller than this, something again, and then here I am, here it is. So this is another one. This one gave me cause this morning, because I looked out the window and I was like, oh, why is that hanging down? But so the weather, the rain and everything had just knocked it down. It's not staked. One is staked. It's like 2 or 3 tomatoes in here, but one, let me see if I can get in here. Something stung me in the face the other day, because I always got my face in something. So yeah, but this poor thing. Now this is something. I think this is a black cherry. Oh yeah, chocolate. This is a chocolate cherry tomato. I saw a little blight on some of them too, so I am going to not. Is it blossom in? It don't matter. Both of them are the same as far as I'm concerned. But I'm going to use a little mix Epsom salt in the fertilizer. I try to fertilize every Monday. However, it may be tomorrow if I get out here. I might do it on tomorrow, but definitely try to get out every Monday because we've had a lot of so much rain. But I'm gonna, to their fertilizer or to their food, I think I'm gonna try to add some. Here's some tomatoes. Now these are Romas, if I'm not mistaken. If you can, I don't know if you can see those back there. Those are these are Roma tomatoes, and this is the one that was hanging down. And they all got good root systems and good, I mean, stems are just, they're just beautiful. I wish I had larger containers and even could put them in the ground. Because last year when I had my community garden plot, oh my goodness, and I started to do it again this year, I was like, oh, you did so horrible last year. Because they do so well, of course, better in the ground. But I'm okay with what I have right now, just being content. So anyway, all of this, which is huge, very massive, had toppled over, and one of them even broke. One of the branches, let me see if I can find it, is broken. So I kind of just set it back on itself prayerfully. When I come back out, I can mend it either with tape or either, here's a nice tomato back here, nice aroma back there. Sorry, it's a little fuzzy, but I see two that have bad bottoms already. Let me show them to you. I should just take them off, not even let them grow, but sometimes when they grow you can still use them. Look at me, I can't even get in here because I don't want to break off the leaves and stuff. Let's see if you can see. Yeah, there, you see underneath. What do I move? Okay, yo, so it looks, yeah, so you see that bottom, how that is, yeah. So looks like it's just maybe two tomatoes in here because there's some tomatoes next to it also. And then next to me are, must be an heirloom. Some things, and that's another thing I have to label. I have not labeled. I came out. Some of the things are labeled, but most things are not labeled. I just kind of write on the container what it is. But a lot of my tomatoes, I've written them down so that I can put the labels on, but I have not. You see, some of them, like I said, they are staked. There's a stake, two stakes here, and it's very large. This is a large plant I saw, and then here's some, I think these, well, I know they are. I can't think of the name of it, but these are some heirloom tomatoes in here. There's a couple, like 3 tomatoes in here. It looks like the Ukrainian purple, which would be this is going to be a Ukrainian purple. And then what is this? This is that Jana Lee is something it's called. Yep, Jana Lee. I think that's a yellow. And then there's another one back there. That's that heirloom one that I just for some reason I don't see the what's some jigam on it for it, but yeah. And then this is it might be the same one then. Let me see, are they the same? Because it might be 2 of the same one in here. Yeah, this might be the, oh no, that's, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I get for but anyway, tomatoes. And then in here, shameful as it was, I just said forget it, because what happened was oh, you can't even read it. I can't read it. What's on here? These are all my squash. I got a Romanesco. I got a golden yellow something. I got the scallop and a Dixie hybrid. Now that's not in here. They're in here, but I couldn't put the label on there. But all down in here is nothing but a ton of squash. Ton of healthy, good squash. A lot of them, you see all of the different flowers there. You probably can't see for the forest, but it's some that are already have germinated and are growing already, and it's just a mound of them here, and they're so healthy and so beautiful. I always admire the leaves of different zucchini squash because they're just so massive and beautiful. Oh, I see one of these silly butterfly. Well, not butterfly. That's silly. Oh, dang. Almost tore up my, I think I did, that bad moth that lays those eggs. And I'm not even gonna cry. I'm just gonna leave, let whatever happens happen as far as these this squash and zucchinis are concerned, because last year I had the what do you call it, the oh, I can't think of the name of the critter that gets down into your squash, not the squash bug, but the vine borer. Ugh. I had a problem with that last year. I had, stuff was doing so good. And then here we go. It gets down in there. So whatever happens, I'm not even going to trip, or I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not even looking for it. Although I should, but I'm not today anyway. But I might examine it later. But it looks great, and what I did this time, I planted later before I planted early in the season, and boom. But this, they pass after a certain time, so these all might be safe. But we'll see. And these are peppers, and peppers take a long time to start doing their thing. But I see at least one, oh, two, oh, three, oh, four. I see four on here, which is cool. This is one of my eggplants, which has which grows like a thorn in the middle of the leaf, a thorn. But yeah, I love the purple. It's so beautiful. I'm sure it's not showing up as good as it would, but it's so yeah. It has a few blooms on it. It's ready, and there's a flower, and yeah, it's doing its thing. So this is one. This is the camel, I believe it's called. This is the camel, and this is another eggplant here, which is called, what is this one called? This is the pung tung something, pink pung tung. Let me see, pung tung long. So it's going to be a long one. So hopefully it rises up long enough so that it can hang down properly. And they're not gonna, because I have them in shorter what's-a-majiggums. I could have put them in longer, but pray to God there'll be other years, and then I'll put them in longer. But I just didn't really like the ones I used last year, actually, either. And this one doesn't have a lot of, it's doing good at getting real big and everything, but it doesn't really have a lot of what's-a-majiggums on them. And then I have one more, and this is the Rosa Bianca, which I had last year, but this one is, did the one I had last year stripe? I'm not sure. But it's got one what's-a-majigum as well, basically, just one. Then over here I have my ground cherries and tomatillo. And the ground cherries are tasty. I'm gonna grab this one that's down in here. Oh, nothing. Oh, yeah, it's got something in here. So that's why they call ground cherries. So they heard that when they fall, that's when you know that they're ready. So I kind of want to move this, take the ground cherries out, and put them in something so they can do better, because I want to make a lot of ground cherry jam. But you see, there's a lot of them. Lots of them on here, but of course the tomatillo is in here also, which also is doing pretty good. Got lots of fruit and flowers, so that's good. There's another, I don't know if you can see another angle for my what's-a-majigum. So did I say what this was? Okay, Rosa Bianca, and then another long. Yeah, and then I had my pineapple mint, which I wish was pineapple say, and it's not too bad. It's not too bad. But the chocolate mint is so much better. It is so sweet. I put, I'm infusing my water. It is really, really very nice and sweet. Lots of holy basil, lantanas, lavender. I got anise. White horehound is here. Let's see if you can see. White horehound is here, and these are so sweet too. Very sweet, very delicious. Here's a tomato that I put over here inside with this mixed in with this shisho. More anise, which is delicious too. Stinky though. I mean, it kind of has like a skunky, musty smell, but it's okay. Oh, good. You guys are getting taller. Now, I think I erred because I didn't, like everything else, I prepared it by, sorry for the plane overhead. I prepared them when I put more soil in. I broke up all of the soil, but I don't think I did that for this, and that's why I think this is kind of a slower growth, because normally lemon balm takes off. So, but this is really good for many things, for so many things. I'm not even gonna mention them right now, but and it smells so good, and it's for you can make teas out of it. It's good for so many health ailments, and to keep you sane, and just so many things. You got golden thyme here. What do you call this? Thai basil. This is a Persian basil. More shisho is in here. I think this is a spearmint, but I'm not sure. That's a spearmint. You see, this is a Thai pepper, but it's taken, peppers take a little longer. However, my Jimmy Nardellos they do have fruit on them. More mint. I got spearmint. What kind of mints do I have? Spearmint. You see the chamomile, German chamomile. I have several mints, period. Orange mint or something, apple mint and wild mint and stuff like that. More mints. Look how beautiful this basil is. So beautiful. And that's what I came out here for also. I'm going to getting ready to cut some cilantro and some basil. I want to just make up a couple of meals. Today is my little fun day, so I'm going to be having hamburger, fries. So coyote and terracotta and Chadwick tomatoes are here. So hamburgers, fries, and I got ice cream. So I got 2 ice creams, one kind of peanut butter or something, and then you see the tomatoes. And butter pecan. And I'm so happy I seen a blossom out here this morning. I came out this morning, so I do have a strawberry blossom. Yay! Lots of strawberry in here. This is my herb bed right here. But it has it's a strawberry patch and herb bed. It's got holy basil in it, it's got Thai basil, it's got oregano, it's got thyme in it, it's got lavender in it. Rosemary is down inside of here. All of the a lot of different what's-my-jiggums, but I'm going to be moving this because everything needs to be moved around, because as you can see, it's like a few weeks back, it was nice and neat and cute, but now everything is overrun, and it just, I gotta make room for everything so that I can access it and have access to it, and so that everything has a good airflow and whatnot. And again, I need to stake all of these different tomatoes that are out here and whatever. There's more anise. This is citronella over here, which smells so amazing. Just a lot of pollinators, calendula and whatnot. I don't know what kind of bug this is. I don't even know what to do with it. Should I kill this? But anyway, My borage is here. Something I found, I think I found this or something. I'm not sure how I got this. I think I found it because that's what I do. If I find something that I can't reckon, I'll repot it in something and wait. Let's see what you're going to become before we do anything drastic or whatever. Yeah, but I gotta do something because also don't want people coming by here bumping everything. But I got lots of these birds. Ugh. Ugh. But yeah, and in here, my Paul Robeson is in here, and um, Paul Robeson purple, as well as a Umberto yellow pear is inside of here. But there's lots of tomatoes on here. Excuse me, cucumbers on here. So many cucumbers, and I gotta do something. Although this is staked, thank God. Oh, okay, yeah. Looks like it's okay. And then there's another cucumber. There are lots of cucumbers down in there, small and large. And I'm going to be pickling a lot of cucumbers and making good tzatziki sauce, as well as what else? Anyway, but yeah, lots of great tomatoes on here. Oh, tomatoes, cucumbers, great cucumbers. And some of them are bush, so they are gonna be, some of them are ready. My dill is over here, which normally we have so much more. Some rosemary down in there. And this is two different peppers. Hungarian as well as a banana pepper is over here. They're both hot, if I'm not mistaken. Both got a little spiciness to them. I want to put something in this, so like I said, everything is going to just be moved about. Okay, so let me show you mulching, because sometimes I see people's beds or whatever, and their mulch is all up against their but when you mulch, you only need maybe 1 to 2 inches or whatever, but try not to put it all so close to the base of your plant. It should be, there should be some kind of parameter around your, make a parameter around it, but not, all close on it. Nothing has happened yet with my raspberries, but I need to read up on it. I've been too busy or busying myself, and I haven't really found out what to do to make it bloom. It's doing a lot, but it's not blooming yet. It's growing and everything. Even my columbine, it's getting taller, but nothing happened yet. But that's okay. It can happen later or at a time that I don't suspect or whatever. So I'm good. And always remember, deadhead your flowers so that they can come back. And plus they won't go to seed. So always just take the old, when the flowers are spent, take them off. And some of them, you can dry them. Some of them are edible. You can eat them. So many different things. So I always try to remove them. I remove them and just set them down. I normally have like a little container or something like that I can put them in. This is lime cilantro. Yes, dwarf lime cilantro. I am looking forward to that. And it doesn't smell like anything yet. I keep smelling it for to see if it's going to smell like lime or whatever. And how you doing, sweetie? Good. And this is culantro. This is culantro, which is the sibling to cilantro. Now I keep removing these because I don't want it to go to seed, but I don't know. But I keep removing them. They keep coming back, so I just said, forget it. Let me just keep them. But they smell awesome. If you love cilantro, this is even 1,000 times better. Yeah, it's really nice. And then my tarragon, which I love, which is one of my favorite herbs, next to basil, is doing really, really good. So I'm just going to get some purple basil today, and it smells so good. This is another mint. It's out of control. I think this is the one. Is this the orange mint? I think this is the one that Felicia sent me. Bible Scrap sent me. Um, and more holy basil, which again, all of these are not just for culinary, but they're medicinal as well. And I can't wait for the time when I'm able to separate them and really grow my medicinal garden, you know. But all of these are so good for whatever ails you, you know. So anyway, and then yeah, so like I said, I'm cutting some of this today, which is my cilantro, cutting it back a little bit. Oh, hope it doesn't die. This is the only one I got left. Well, besides the ones I'm growing. I think I'm going to move these because it looks like this keeps wanting to bolt a little bit. So I'm going to move it so we're to the place that's more shadier. Although this is shady, it gets a decent amount of sun as well. But yeah, so I'm going to cut some of this today and blend it either with or separate from some of this basil here. Yep. So, and of course, you know what this is. I hate to keep saying the name. Let me call it Perilla because I keep saying it. And I know somebody's like, dang, is she crazy? No, I'm just kidding. I saw something that I want to remove. Okay, here it is. Yeah. So, yeah, although this year, now last year, of course, and other previous years, is always the year of the squirrel. This year, we've been having a lot of weird birds in the garden. It's like, what in the world is their problem, you know? But birds have been really strange out here. But yeah, got and then I'm gonna be putting some other things in this. I'm just holding these here for now, but I'm gonna be removing those and putting some different things. Like I said, everything is just going to be changed around so that I can have better access to everything. I could bring another table out, but I don't want to put another table out. I just want to keep everything condensed in the way it is and whatnot. But yeah, so, and I look at the leaves of this one. You know, this is my sweetheart here, the Thai basil. And again, the Persian. Actually, should I do Thai and cilantro? No, I'm gonna let these cook. Let these do. Look at this poor tomato hanging down like it is. But anyway, just a little garden inspiration. You can have a garden in something like this. I'm going to be using this. Normally, I love these little round flower pots or planters because I love like putting herbs in them or all herbs or all herbs or herbs and flowers or something like that. This kit is big enough and small enough for it to be your garden. It could be your herb garden. You can put dwarf tomato in there, dwarf pepper, different lettuces. Here's my lettuce that I do need to work on. I'm going to be not repotting, but I'm going to be seeding some. Look at how vigorous. Look at the little roots that this thing is trying to. I'm telling you, these things are awesome. Glory be to God. Really awesome. But yeah, my lettuce is in here. But yeah, I'm going to be so those are just some ways you could start. Just something just small. I love round. I'm not a big square fan, but I love round things. And I have only 2 of these like this, I think. 2, or I think I have maybe a couple more over there in the house or somewhere. But I love that. But you can have a whole little garden in here, lettuces or whatever. And the same with these kind of planter, which is small enough and large enough. You can have it if you live in an apartment, you don't have any garden space. You can keep it in your house, in a window or right outside your door, your front or your back door or something like that, and whatnot. But yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Just a few things, to grow and whatever. And I'm going to be putting some beans out, probably some beans. Yeah, my sunflower hasn't done anything yet. Yeah, you see the flowers on the garage? Yeah, my sunflowers haven't did anything yet, but prayerfully soon. And if it doesn't, and of course it's you know, something small. But if it doesn't, I'm going to remove it and put something else in there. I might put I really want to put my ground cherries in here because it's going to be a bush, and I might wind up doing that. Put it in here. I probably shouldn't move it right now, but I am notorious for moving things at any time. Um, you know, at any time because I think it needs. Like I said, I want to do several jars, at least a dozen, to keep that as well as the grapes. And if I get raspberries and strawberries, that would take me over, tide me over through the winter, so I can can some good what's-my-jiggums. Have some good jams, some jelly, some preserves, and things of that nature. Marmalades. Marmalade is my favorite. So, so there's some different things I want to do with that. Yeah, so anyway, I'm done. I've talked long enough. But yeah, so this is the separation. So this is. Oh, oh wow, look at there. They really, and they want to take off. I feel so bad for them. They want to do even better than okay, that's supposed to come off. Do better, but I got two different plants in here. Because I should say, yeah, two different plants, but the tomatillos are two, and the ground cherry is one. So that's three things inside of this small thing, and they're both vigorous and they want to take off and they'll do so well for you. Tomatillos do not play with you, just like tomatoes. They do not play with you. They will take off and do you well. Yes. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Hope this has been some kind of garden inspiration for you. And it's peaceful. It's peaceful. It helps with your mental health. It keeps your mind on something other than, whatever you might have going on that's not so pleasant or whatever. So, yeah. Anyway, and, just tending to something, and besides, I was going to say your husband and your children, but, although, that might be true because sometimes, yeah. Although we love them, it's not about we don't love, it's just that, yeah, it can be something, you just break up the monotony a bit, whatever. Oh, okay, so they go to Umberto cherry tomatoes. Let's see if I can. Where are you? I mean, not cherry, pear. Those are those. They're gonna be yellow, and they look beautiful. So yeah, I got a marigold stuck over there too. And I think I'm gonna put some beans into this little bin. That's a big bin over there. Yeah. But anyway, let me get over here. I mean, I was getting ready to cook, so let me go ahead and do that. At least make up my mayonnaise real quick. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye bye for now.